Hi guys, it's Erin. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to go over my 2020 Happy Planner setup with you. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to have a little conversation with you because I was having a conversation with my friend Catherine via Instagram today. So Catherine, if you're watching, hi. And it just kind of made me think, what we were talking about, it made me think about my whole planner setup and am I really as organized as maybe I thought I was? Or am I over organized? I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. So I have a couple things here that I want to go over with you. And the first one is this, just a plain black folio by the Happy Planner. And I've had this for years, as well as the white one. I have a couple others too. And I've been using the Happy Planner system for years. So I've accumulated certain things, you know, over the course of that time. And I try to take care of them so I can get multiple years use out of them. And I'm not really even somebody who uses a folio very often, but because my covers didn't hold up as well as I would have liked last year, because I constantly take them in and out of my work bag or my purse, I decided to have that extra protection and use the folios this year. So that being said, you're looking at the Happy Planner Wellness Edition. I'll get into why I have that out. And my current system is in this folio here. So my current system is made up currently of 5 different Happy Planners. Now, before anybody leaves me a comment that says, why do you have so many? Why do you hoard like that? Why do you spend so much money? Just why? I hear you, and I get where you're coming from if those thoughts are crossing your mind right now, because it's causing me a lot of anxiety right now, and it's making me kind of rethink, I don't know, this whole thing. I'm supposed to be more organized with a planner, and typically I do feel that way, but I feel like I'm over organized. I did too much, and it is excessive. So let me also say this. I know that we have debts, and I am dealing with our debt. You know, we're not behind in our bills in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we are current with everything, and we're okay. You know, John is going to be returning to work within the next month or two, and we're good. That doesn't mean that it's okay for me to buy 20 planners. I'm not saying I bought 20, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's still something that is causing me anxiety because it's just not necessary for my lifestyle. I'm one person. I do work full time, and, you know, I try to do other things to keep myself busy. I don't have kids. I try to, you know, do things that make me feel like I'm creating in some aspect, whether it is drawing, bullet journaling, regular journaling, sewing, writing. I have reading. I have lots of different hobbies. So I don't just kind of sit around and don't do anything, you know. But I'm just wondering, do I have that much to track? And I guess when I thought about it, I felt like I did. But now I'm faced with this journal, or I'm faced with this planner, and I'm thinking to myself, that's a lot, girl, that is a lot. So am I going to be able to sustain something like this? I don't know, because I've never tried it before, but I'm going to see how it goes, and I'll be sharing that journey with you guys. You know, 2020 is a new year. It's a new decade. You know, time to try new things, and some of those things will work for us and some of them won't. Some of them will be sustainable. Some of them, you know, will give up after a certain amount of time, and that's life. But I just wanted to be honest and transparent, because that's what my channel is based on, is, you know, the transparency. I let you guys in on my debt, my bills, my finances, my life, you know, my struggles and things like that. So I'm keeping it real with this also. So what I wanted to talk to you about first was the fact that I have been buying planners since the fall, and it's because I haven't ever found that perfect planner. I'm sure the perfect planner probably doesn't exist for most of us. I'm not a fan of the vertical layout. I'll just, you know, start by saying that. I don't like that with the Happy Planner. Or I'm sorry, a horizontal. I don't like the horizontal layout. I don't know why I said vertical. Vertical, I've had a love-hate relationship with. I used to think I didn't like it, but now I'm learning that's probably my favorite. I thought that I was going to be a huge fan of the dashboard layout, and I'm not. It doesn't allow me the space that I want, or maybe the layout that I'm used to. I don't know. But I thought that that was going to be my thing, and it's December 30th. I've just started this whole process, and I'm learning it's kind of not. So with all these planners comes a lot of cost, of course. But I saw my mom buy, as part of my niece's Christmas gifts, she got them each an Erin Condren, you know, coil planner, the whole system with some accessories, and it was expensive, guys. And those of you who are Erin Condren lovers, and, you know, that is your go-to planner, I love Erin Condren too, but they're pricier than the Happy Planner. And if you get into personalization or picking your own coil color, or adding on some accessories and then factoring in shipping in some cases, it's expensive. So I just, for the fun of it, and I'm going to put a picture in, I just, you know, went through the whole checkout process, or up until the checkout process, and I just picked a simple life planner with a black coil and my name on it. And I also picked a cover like I would have for this. And there's a sale right now. I think it's 20 or 25% off, and it still came to like over $80 just for those 2 items, just for the planner and a cover. So all I'm saying is, even though I might have 5,000 planners that are Happy Planner, it still is more affordable, in my opinion, than some others on the market. So I'm going to give you an example. This wellness one right here is the second line item here. It was $27.99 to begin with. It was on sale. I also had a 25% off coupon, so my end price was $10.49. That's for an entire planner. I mean, you're talking, this is the disc system. Maybe the discs aren't for everyone, but you still get them. This is your cover, and it's all the dividers and everything else, and it's $10.50. So I'm just trying to say, you know, even though I may have a lot of planners and it is overkill, I will agree with you 100%, it's still not at the expense rates of some other brands. So I'm not saying those brands are bad, but all I'm trying to say is maybe I didn't spend as much as people think I may have, even though I have 5 separate planners in this book started. All right, so let's just get into that. So this is my folio, and I just have my planner just setting in here. This is one of the covers that I really liked. I put my own silver discs on here because I like the metal discs better than the plastic, just for everyday use. I think they're really durable. I think they're prettier. So I like to, usually if it's something I'm using every day, I like to put the metal on there. So there's a couple different sections that I have in here, and I wrote them down because it's so overwhelming even for me that of course I'm going to forget. So my sections, let me refer to my little Hobonichi. If you haven't seen that video, I love this thing. For note taking and things like that, it's just so easy. I carry it with me everywhere. So my Happy Planner setup consists of 5 sections, January through February for each one, and I have a catch-all section, which is kind of like my go-to for like personal information, appointments, things like that. I have a wellness section, a budget section, a meal planning, and a create section. So those are my 5, and what I may do is replace the inserts that I have in here with the actual inserts from the wellness planner, just because I think that the prompts will be more useful. So first, what we have here is one of the little photo holders, and this is made by the Happy Planner. It's already hole punched and everything. These are so nice, and I'm going to put some photos in here on the front and the back. I have several of these, and this is just one that I took out of my stash because I thought, let me personalize this a little bit more just to make it even more fun. The only December tab that you're going to see here is from the current month. And guys, I have a ton of stuff written here. So I included that just because it is still December and I started using this already. So here, I'm just going to zoom in just a bit. You see lots of dividers, but it's 5 repeats of January and February. I literally cannot fit any more in this planner without it being too stuffed. So the first one I'm not going to actually show you because I started writing some personal stuff in here, but this is going to be my catch-all. So this is the dashboard layout. Like I said, I thought this was going to be like an, you know, like a crazy moment where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing in my life. Not so much. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I still don't feel like, and maybe I'll change my mind as they use it, but I still don't feel like it's my favorite layout. So we'll see as time goes on. So the second one is my wellness. And I already added some stickers and things like that here. The stickers that you guys see, every single one of them, every single one of them is from, they're from the Target Dollar Spot sticker books. And they are so nice. I mean, the washi tape isn't from there. I did add some washi, but all the other stickers that you see here are from those books. And they're $3 a piece. Tons of sticker options. They have, like, you know, New Year's Day, even Martin Luther King Day. They have day off, you know, even things like that are so incredibly useful and you look for and you may not have them in your other sets. So that is what my wellness is starting to look like. Now, I may end up using this for something different. And here, this is a monthly planner that I took this from, and this is what this looks like. Now, to me, it's the same thing as the dashboard layout, except you don't have the other things that the dashboard layout provides, such as, let's see, this kind of thing. Project errands, calls and emails, appointments, focus. And you may not even want that, but it's the same thing. It's just there's one day for every month. So you have 31 of these little categories that you can fill in. So you essentially could use this as a daily, you know, a daily layout or not. Totally up to you. And then you have 2 pages for notes, and then you get into February. So of course, the back of this, you have some prompts and things like that, but you get right into February. So that is what that looks like. That's the monthly. So we're getting into the next section, which is probably going to be for meal planning and grocery shopping and, you know, calorie counting if I decide to do that, whatever the case may be, maybe some recipes and things like that. So this is the vertical, the lined vertical, which I like. I like how clean the header numbers are. I think they look very nice. So we'll use that for that. And then here, this is the Amy Tangerine 12-month planner that I got with one of the Happy Planner boxes last year. And the planner, I believe, started with July of 2019 and it goes through June of 2020. So it's kind of like an academic or fiscal year layout, but I decided to use the last 6 months of this as my create or my online planner, and I want to, you know, kind of track what I do on YouTube. I want to track what I do on Etsy, you know, maybe even Instagram. And I thought that it was super colorful and kind of lended itself to creativity. So I'm going to use that for that section. And then in the back, I have the last section that I can use for budgeting. So, or vice versa. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I have the categories, but some of them I may switch around. So not a big deal, but we'll see where I land with it. And I'll be taking you guys on the entire journey the whole way. And then back here, I just have some note paper, and I think this is so pretty. And it has the date section, priorities 1 through 6. It is gold foiling. It has a little shoe at the bottom. And then the flip side is just some graph paper in the pink. And that's how I ended it. Now, this isn't decorated yet. This doesn't have any additional embellishments, dividers, you know, anything to make it cute and fun and more personalized. So that's something that I'm going to be working on as we move forward. I also am going to be showing you guys my planner cart. I have decided to designate just one cart to all my planner needs and something that I can house everything in and be organized with it. I'm just really excited to have that in one place. And I'm also going to be using it to keep all of the planners that I pull the sections from. So at the end of the year, all of these sections will go back into their original planners, and I'll be able to do flip-throughs and look back on the entire year with its specific focus. So one of them will be all for meal planning, recipes, calorie counting, whatever it may be, and that's going to be a 12-month planner when I'm finished with it. So that's how I have it organized. And yeah, so a little bit all over the place. It's a little bit chaotic still, but like I said, I'm still kind of like fine-tuning and tweaking everything to work for me. And even though I have so many different planners for 2020, just know that I buy everything on sale. I wait until planners go on sale, and I also wait until I have a coupon so I can kind of stack my savings. So I'm not being like completely fiscally irresponsible, but it's still too much. I get that, and that is something that I want to address and kind of work on in 2020 is I don't need so much stuff, and I certainly don't need so much paper. If there's one thing that I hoard in my life, it is paper. It's notebooks, planners, stickers, you know, anything tangible like that, analog planning systems. I love it, and I've loved it since I was a little kid. My most favorite thing to get when I was little in elementary school and middle school and things like that was like a brand new Trapper Keeper with new folders, and you know, all that stuff just made me so happy. And I was somebody who didn't, you know, I loved playing school. I thought that was just so much fun, and I just liked being surrounded by things that I could draw on, write in, and I don't know, it just spoke to that side of my brain, I guess, and that's how I felt most creative. So I just wanted to share all this with you. I know it's a lot of information, but as we get into the new year and we get into these new planners, I just want to have as much of that background info as possible, so those of you who are on this journey with me can kind of know where I'm coming from, know where my inspiration came from, or why I did a certain setup or a certain layout, and yeah, we can continue to be productive together in 2020. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for putting up with my craziness with all this and kind of listening to you know, my thought process and where all this is coming from. I really appreciate it, and of course I always welcome your feedback, and naturally I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take care.